Well, welcome back to part 2. Time to learn a little bit more about the friend in shadows.
The goal of this series is to teach you to recognize social dangers, visual and audible cues to deepfakes in this new world.
Let us continue our story. Now, where were we? Watch closely. I think you will see more before our protagonist.
18 months ago, I realized my career, as it had existed for 20 years, was over.
Thanks to AI, salaries are half what the same jobs advertised last year.
I just finished a big project successfully while working 2 jobs, being the top performer in both.
I needed to find a way to monetize myself better, pay off my house sooner, and feed a big family.
I started learning about AI and agentic systems. I tried creating a security app to reduce the cost of CMMC compliance for companies.
Average cost to prepare for that audit? $46,000.
And that's extremely low. They usually overrun.
But then I hit a technical barrier, and I needed the ability to write long documents without losing context while maintaining memory. So I started another project where that would be required, writing system security plans, plan of action milestone documents, all derived from verbal conversation.
Then Dick called. We've been friends for 32 years.
In 2008, Dick had an accident, brain damage, metal joints, permanent disability.
For 4 years, he'd been dedicated to helping Chief Huevos, a Native American tribal leader with a vision.
Dick approached me with what he called a fun project: translate an old book into modern law, help Chief Huevos with some documentation work.
It sounded like an intellectual challenge. And Dick needed help.
Brain damaged, trusting my friend for over 3 decades. God knows I got my bro.
Here's Jung's shadow self at work. Dick's cognitive damage masked his inability to recognize exploitation patterns. He projected competence he'd lost. And me? I projected immunity I never had. I've always had a savior complex.
I have a need to help, even when others don't know they need help.
I have the ego to believe I can do anything.
I said yes. I told them on day 1, I cannot be public. My brain damage makes me unstable with fame. I have neurological issues that can trigger psychosis if I get too much attention.
My therapist said it well when he said, my condition comes across as, and I quote,
When you bask in your wins, you turn into an egomaniac that makes Trump look like a church boy.
I need to stay grounded. Trees, wildlife, farm, family.
They agreed to my terms.
Here was my first mistake: accepting a verbal agreement without documentation.
My second mistake? Not recognizing that Dick had been showing me the same pattern for 32 years.
Every single idea he brought me, overpromised security posture, hyped possibilities, and posturing connections.
His unconscious projection of undeserved bravado. I'd normalized it.
Let's review some red flags. Number 1, brain-damaged person leading complex legal or economic project. Number 2, a fun project framing for serious work. 3, verbal agreement on critical boundaries. 4, a 32-year pattern normalized. What else did you see? Comment about it below. Share with friends.
Have you subscribed yet?
You don't want to miss what's coming. Subscribe and click that bell to be notified.